Welcome to Vic's Guitars and Handlebars. I'm Victor. Happy New Year, even though we're about a month and a half into it, but we're still in the first quarter, so we'll still celebrate. And then Happy Lunar New Year for those of us who celebrate that. It's kind of a big deal in my family since we're part Chinese. I've been wanting to do this video for a little while. It's kind of like an introduction to my background and where I'm coming from, and outline what's coming up in the channel hopefully this year. So I just wanted to kind of give you a perspective of where I'm coming from and what to expect. As the name of the channel says, it's Vic's Guitars and Handlebars. So I'll be talking about two of my favorite things in the world. Mostly talking about motorcycles and music, especially guitars. So on the motorcycle side of things, I have a little bit of a professional background in it, so that kind of shapes my perspectives on things. Basically, I've started riding back in 1983. Spent a year exclusively on the dirt. The following year, in 1984, I got my license and I started riding on the street. I still kind of rode on the dirt off and on throughout the years. My first bike was an 83 Kawasaki KL250 that my dad bought for me brand new with his tax return, actually. My first street bike was about in 1985 is when I got it. It was a hand-me-down from my dad. It was a 1981 Kawasaki KZ750. Since then, I've had kind of a long, varied ownership experience with stuff. I've owned 4 Ducatis, a Moto Guzzi, an MV Agusta, a Cagiva, an Aprilia, a Honda, 3 Triumphs, 2 Harleys, and I'm currently on a Dyna Wide Glide. It's the only bike I have right now. I've owned multiples. At times I've had up to 4 bikes at once. Professionally, I first started in the industry back in 1999 at a company called Fast by Faraci. If you're not familiar with who they are, do yourself a favor and Google them. And they have an excellent history. In a nutshell, that shop won 2 World Superbike Championships, 2 AMA Superbike Championships on Ducatis. They were basically the factory team here in the U.S. for Ducati, and then a factory-supported team in World Superbike. Had a very great relationship with the factory. Got kind of a unique look at how things actually work in the industry, more so than if you worked just at a normal dealership. Faraci had his own line of high-performance parts and accessories, mostly specializing in Ducati, but later on branched out to all kinds of different Italian bikes and some other Europeans and Japanese bikes. Also was a U.S. distributor for a bunch of different brands. On that side of things, on the accessory sides, got a pretty unique look at all of that. I personally, what I did there was sales. So basically a salesperson there would sell everything. Motorcycles, and because we were a dealership, I sold motorcycles and parts and accessories. I did a lot of the mail order stuff, and I did a lot of the online ordering stuff. They were actually one of the first first in the motorcycle industry to have e-commerce. So they were pretty pioneering in that aspect, along with a bunch of different stuff that they pioneered. I was there till about 2005. I was there during the last year of the AMA Superbike thing, and then was there throughout the time they were racing Huskies in AMA Supercross and the Outdoor Nationals. Won a Supercross main event in the 125 class while I was there, so that was exciting. I did a lot of the marketing and did a lot of relationship stuff with different vendors and the manufacturers that we represented. Moving on from that, after I left there in 2005 and I left the East Coast then, I moved here to Arizona in 2005, late 2005. Upon getting here, shortly after getting here, with an ex-customer of mine, we launched a mail order business doing aftermarket motorcycle accessories and stuff. So we did that for a little bit. Then circumstances happened, and then I moved on to working at local dealerships on and off from between 2009 and 2020. In that time span, I did work 5 years at a custom motorcycle shop with paint, powder coat, and fabrication capabilities, mostly American V-twin stuff. But we did some European stuff. We did some custom Triumph builds and all that stuff. So that was a lot of fun. I helped manage the shop. Was in charge of getting all parts in, and then just taking in jobs and kind of managing from start to finish. So that was a lot of good experience. When I was there towards the end, I was doing a lot of paint matching. So a lot of fun, a lot of good experiences there. I also spent in that time span a year in the classic car business doing sales and auction consignments. So we were very heavily doing Barrett Jackson auctions, Mecum and Russo and Steels throughout the year and all around the country. Auction week here in Arizona was kind of a hell week for me. But I did all the consignments, took all the photos for the catalogs, and then I also wrote all the vehicle descriptions and stuff. And got when I was physically at the auction, I'd buy and sell the cars and represent the cars that we were selling, and that was definitely a cool experience. Moving along from there as a rider, I do have a lot of experience riding. I was president of a national recognized club for 11 years, organized all the rides, did a lot of the web stuff, did all our social media, took a lot of video and edited video for the club. So learned a lot from that experience. And also I finished 5 Three Flags Classics, which if you're not familiar with those rides, the Three Flags Classic is basically a ride that will either start in Mexico or Canada and vice versa. So Three Flags means you're in 3 countries, and it takes place over Labor Day weekend. So you start on the Friday and basically end on the Monday. On anniversary years, like the 5s and the 10s, it would be an extra day. I'm also an AMA Charter Life member. That means 25 years of continuous membership in the AMA. That I've been a Charter Life member for quite a few years now, so kind of aging myself a little bit. I'm also a member of the AMA Recreational Road Riding Committee. I'll be serving my 3rd year. Basically, what we do is we meet once a month via video conference and discuss things for the rule book on how to conduct road riding activities for clubs, and then also talk about how the AMA needs to interact with the membership and its chartered clubs. And kind of recently, since I'm not involved in a local club anymore, I'm just kind of getting back to basics and doing a lot of solo writing. All right, so music-wise, I started as a drummer back in 1978 in the 6th grade. I was about 11 years old. Played in all the bands throughout grammar school, and then when I got into high school, I played in basically every band that the high school offered. So it was marching band, jazz band, and concert band. All doing drum stuff. Lots of fun, lots of great varied experiences, lots of cool jam sessions with the band director and a lot of the other kids that I went to school with. After graduating high school, I started playing a lot of garage bands. So I started gigging around 1988 in the New Jersey club scene with different bands. Right before then, I picked up the guitar. I would say it was about 1986. Just kind of as a side thing to kind of learn a little bit more about music itself and how it's created, and to kind of contribute to songwriting process. Since I was playing mostly in original bands, I did a lot of covers, but mainly doing original stuff in the garage bands that I played in, and also the bands I gigged with. So I wasn't very active from 1998 to 2005 in music, mainly because of a move I made, and then just starting a career in the motorcycle industry shortly after moving. After moving here to Arizona, kind of life slowed down a little bit, and I picked up the guitar again in about 2009. Got a little more serious about 2015. That was after a divorce. And then 2020 happened. Got some time to sit at home and really just focused a little bit more on playing guitar, to the point where, I sold all my drum equipment. So I only have one drum left, and it was the first drum I ever got. It's a 1970s Ludwig 400 snare. So moving forward with the channel, I'm going to focus a little bit more on my journey with gear and playing. I've already uploaded a bunch of guitar covers, just meant to document my progress over time of my playing, and then maybe just getting some eyes on the channel. I'm also going to move forward with motorcycle gear reviews and some travel videos, which I really enjoy, traveling via motorcycle and doing some photography stuff. And then every once in a while, when there's something kind of worth talking about, I'm just going to do a little commentary, kind of maybe take a little bit of a different take on things. Speaking more from my business background, I can kind of offer a little bit of a different perspective. Make sure to like and subscribe to my channel, and please hit the bell for notifications whenever I upload new content. Ciao for now.